If you want to have fun to the nth degree, listen to the Big Fun Show. If you want to have fun, it's the BBC, bringing you the big fun, bringing you the big fun, bringing you the Big Fun Show. Big Fun!
Good evening and welcome to the Big Fun Show. My name's Paul Merton.
And my name's John Irwin. And for tonight's show, we've had a really good rummage in the Big Fun cupboard.
And found nothing.
So we had to nip out and buy some jokes from round the corner.
Luckily they were the right size.
So here they are.
7 years we've been stuck on a desert island. And the only thing that sailed past in all that time was a twig.
4 of us did manage to get away on it, Captain, there.
That's as may be, but there's still 5 of us left behind.
We did find that lifeboat.
Yes, but some damn fools smashed it up to make a raft. And that sank.
7 long years.
Do you remember poor old Baxter? Went mad the first Christmas we were here. I still see him sometimes on the other side of the island.
Oh, does he still think he's Al Jolson?
I don't know. The last time I was over there, he wouldn't let me in the dressing room.
Sir, I'd like to complain about the living conditions.
Oh, not again. You know as well as I do that we salvaged everything we could from the wreck.
Yes, but I'm getting fed up eating bits of funnel.
Oh, why are we bickering amongst ourselves? Surely we all realise that we are just a figment of the captain's imagination.
A figment of my imagination? What rubbish! You're as real as I am. If you're not careful, you'll end up the same way as Baxter. Up a tree singing Sonny Boy.
Well, I'm certainly not a figment of anyone's imagination.
And why are you dressed as a Roman gladiator and carrying a street map of Plymouth?
Well, it's what I was wearing when the ship went down.
Admit it, you're no more real than I am. Why else do you think I'm a buffalo?
All right, it's true. You are all figments of my imagination. I've been alone on this island for too long. I had to do something to pass away the time, so I invented you lot.
Does that mean we have to go, sir?
I'm afraid so. It's a full-time job thinking about what you're going to do all day.
Oh, couldn't you just keep one of us on? Even part-time would be a help, what with the kids growing up.
I'm sorry, but none of you exist. Ah, that's better. A bit of peace and quiet. I've got the whole island to myself.
Climb up on my knees.
And you can push off as well. Ladies and gentlemen, are you out there? I can't hear you. I said, are you out there? Are you ready for what you're going to see tonight? Yeah, you love them. They love you. So here they are.
Hello, I'm Tony.
Hello, and I'm Timmy.
Yes, and we are the Timmy twins. Hello, and we take humorous looks at things.
Humorous, yes, hello.
Hello, yes, hello, Timmy. I'm Timmy. Yes, what are we going to be taking a humorous look at today, Timmy?
Hello, I'm Timmy.
Yes, hello, Timmy. Yes, and hello, Detroit.
Detroit? I thought it was Leamington Spa.
No, that's Thursday. So today we're going to be taking a humorous look at tea cakes.
Yes, tea cakes, hello.
Hello, yes, tea cakes are most humorous.
Yes, most humorous, yes, hello, yes.
Hello.
For example, although they're called tea cakes, they're not actually made out of tea at all.
No, they're made of cake. And you have them toasted with your tea. Oh, and sometimes they're confused with muffins.
Oh, what a frolic.
Yes.
So, what's the difference then?
Well, a muffin is a mule, and tea cake isn't.
Well, golly gosh gogs, what a kerfuffle.
Yes, what a kerfuffle. Another humorous thing about tea cakes is that they're often served up with crumpets.
Ooh.
Yes, and crumpets is a particularly humorous word.
Crumpets, hello.
Yes, hello. What's your humorous crumpet sentence, Timmy?
Hello, I'm Timmy.
Hello, Timmy.
Here it is then. I'm very peckish at the moment. What I could do with now is a bit of crumpet.
Hello. So there you have it. A humorous look at tea cakes. Hello.
Now, Jerry, tonight's the big one. A few minutes' time and you're going to be fighting Dan Logan for the light heavyweight championship of the world.
Let me at him.
Now remember what I said. Keep your kidneys low. In your last fight, you had them over your head for the first 3 rounds.
I got carried away, didn't I?
And don't make the same mistake as you made against Kilo Ranson.
What was that?
Trying to hang yourself in the 7th round.
Well, I was fed up with him hitting me.
Now, do you remember our tactics for tonight?
Yeah, I got a snooker in behind the blue.
Now, you're a boxer, remember?
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. Now, when I get out there in the ring...
Yeah?
How will I recognise him?
Who?
Dan Logan. How will I recognise him? I might start hitting the wrong bloke.
Yeah, you got a point there. Now, wait a minute, he'll have his name written on the back of his dressing gown.
Yeah, but I'm not there when he goes to bed at night, am I?
No, I meant when he climbs into the ring.
Yeah, but I can't read. Neither can you.
You can ask somebody, can't you? You got a tongue in your head?
Yeah, but I'll have me gum shield in. I can't walk round going, "Is your name Dan Logan?"
Well, you'll know him anyway, because he'll be the first person to punch you in the face. Probably. It's a rough crowd out there tonight. Now remember, he can't hit you below the belt.
Is that why I'm wearing me shorts on me head?
That's right. In between rounds, you'll have a bucket of water beside you, so if things get rough, hit him with that.
Oh, and one other thing.
What's that?
What do I say to Harry Carpenter when he asks me what went wrong?
Jerry, what went wrong?
Harry, I don't know.
Because when you came out of the dressing room, you seemed to be fighting fit. And for the first 3 rounds, you were way ahead on points.
Yeah, but that was against the hot dog salesman. It was only when I climbed into the ring I got me teeth knocked down the back of me throat.
Yes, why was that?
I couldn't see anything because me shorts had slipped down over me eyes.
Yes, it was at that point that the crowd thought you were trying to hang yourself. Just like in the Ranson fight.
No, Harry, no. At no time did I contemplate suicide.
Not even in round 5?
Well, I may have slipped a rope round me neck for a moment. I was just toying with my opponent.
Is that why the priest gave you the last rites?
Well, we were hoping no one noticed that.
Yes. What are your plans for the future, Jerry?
I want a rematch. I want it soon.
Do you think you've got a chance against Dan Logan?
Who's talking about Logan? I want to fight the hot dog salesman.
Ah, the noble art of boxing. Not that anyone noble has ever done it.
They wouldn't want to get smashed in the face.
A lot of boxers come from the East End of London.
There was One Round Warren,
Canvasback Cooper.
Sean, not very good at boxing, McGarrity.
But not everyone in the East End was a boxer.
Philip Boswell was born into one of the poorest families in the East End of London. His father made cheap musical instruments for the whole neighbourhood.
Hello, Mrs. Hooper, and what can I do for you?
I want a harp, 2 clarinets. I want a trombone for the weekend.
Certainly. That'll be £4.17 and sixpence. You're lucky to have such a musical family, Mrs. Hooper.
Oh, no, we don't play 'em. My husband makes bicycles out of them. We knock 'em out for 25 quid each.
25 quid? For my handcrafted instruments? Oh, could I buy one?
Throughout the early years of Philip's childhood, his father's business continued to lose money. Things got so bad, his mother had to take in the neighbourhood's musical instruments to wash.
Ah, this trombone's come up lovely. I'll just put it through the mangle.
Things went from bad to worse when one day she accidentally starched a harp and put a crease in someone's oboe. Because his parents couldn't afford the uniform, Philip was sent to school wearing a violin. His arms, legs and head stuck out of little holes made specially by his father. But he was bullied by the other children, who used to play concertos on him in the dinner break.
Stop it, I say!
What's the matter? Out of tune, Boswell? Even the masters were cruel.
Boswell, you're playing scrum half.
But, sir...
On your feet, Boswell.
Oh, but, sir, I think I've broken a string.
Well, you'll just have to busk in the second half, won't you?
Philip soon came to hate wearing stringed instruments to school. He begged his father to buy him a pair of trousers, but times were hard.
Now, Philip, I know for the past few years you've been wearing a violin to school. But I've noticed recently that you're no longer a boy. You've become a man.
Thanks, Dad.
So now that you've left school and you've started your first job, I think it's time to put away that violin. Here, try this for size.
Oh, Dad. It's a cello.
Go on, son, make your old dad proud. Put it on.
All right, Dad. Oh, it's a bit tight under the arms.
I can always sandpaper it down for you.
Dad, do I really have to wear a cello to work?
I did when I was your age.
Yes, but I'm a driving instructor.
I spent so long making it.
All right, just for you, Dad. Oh, Dad, I can't get through the door.
Philip had to stay in that room for another 6 years, which was unlucky because his father died after 18 months. But when he finally left the house, it was a different world he was stepping into.
Am I in the right place?
Yes, sit down. Now, here is the map of Western Europe. The landings took place here, here, and believe it or not, right down here.
But we're here to learn how to become minicab drivers.
All right, if you're not interested in military history, have a look at this map. Now, Seymour Road is a one-way street, 2 roundabouts at this end, and
Excuse me, sir, I'm an art student. I was looking for second-year drawing.
all right, I'll just take my clothes off then. Right, and I'll sit on this stool holding a bowl of fruit. Right, now, Seymour Road, it's very difficult.
Excuse me, sir, I've come to take my final medical exams.
Oh, no problem. If you'd like to examine my kidneys, you'll find a couple of knives in that drawer.
Righto.
Now, Seymour Road, it really is very important.
Am I in the right place for tap dancing?
Yes, all right. Here's a few basic steps.
Excuse me, sir, would you mind holding the pineapple a little higher?
Righty-ho. Ow, not there, you fool. That's my liver, not my kidneys.
Sorry, sir.
Xylophone lessons?
Yes, come on in, on my rib cage. Now, Seymour Road often trips up the experienced drivers.
And it says here that when the police arrived, they found a naked torso holding a pineapple, 2 tap dancing surgeons playing the xylophone, 4 minicab drivers studying military history, and a man wearing a cello. God, the rubbish they put in the papers these days.
Yes, can I have a quick word with you?
Yes, Mr. Hooper.
It's about the gearbox bearings you've been turning out.
Well, I'm checking every 10th one, and they're correct to within 0.003 of an inch.
Yes, but everybody else is making bookshelves.
Have I done wrong, Mr. Hooper?
Well, normally you'd be fired, but we're going to give you the sack.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Hooper.
But before you go, Burgess, there's a couple of questions I'd like to ask you. About these bearings of yours. Our engineers have told me they don't fit any car currently available on the domestic market.
No, sir. They're made to my own design.
Your own design?
I've been staying behind every night, working on a revolutionary Formula 1 racing car.
What's revolutionary about it?
It's British, but it's capable of winning a race.
So where is this car?
I disguised it as Mr. Gosling from the accounts department.
Rubbish. Old Gosling's worked here for years. Don't you think I'd notice if he was turbocharged?
It's true, sir.
Well, there's one way to settle this. Gosling, come over here.
Yes, sir?
Gosling, are you a racing car?
No, sir.
Well, that satisfies me.
Let me just ask one question. Gosling, why are you wearing that overcoat?
Well,
It's a fair question, Gosling.
Here, let me take it off for you.
No, please, I couldn't...
I don't believe it. A Formula 1 racing car. Fancy old Gosling having 250 horsepower under his coat. Here, put the coat back on.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, thank you, Gosling. Now, Burgess, you must enter the Grand Prix on Saturday.
Yes, Oh, no, I can't. At 11 o'clock, I've got to pick my shoes up from the menders. And the race starts at 12.
Can't you pick them up on Monday?
No, sir. Mrs. Walsh, the shoe mender, is very particular. If you're not there on the dot, she burns your shoes in the window.
Right, so you've got an hour to get down to the track. So pick up those shoes at 11 and ask her not to wrap them, because every second counts.
Oh, Mrs. Walsh, I left a pair of brown shoes with you.
Yes, well, they're black now.
I'm only 10 minutes late.
You know the rules.
Damn. And they'll be starting the race soon.
Where the hell is he? Ah, Burgess, there you are.
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Hooper.
Just get into the car. The race is starting. And if you win this race, I'll make you a director of the company and give you your old job back.
And you join us here at Brands Hatch for the final lap of this year's British Grand Prix, and what a finish we're seeing! Burgess, a newcomer to Grand Prix racing, has led since the halfway mark. It seems that nothing can stop him now. But what's this? Somebody's overcoat is caught in the wind. It's landed on Burgess's car. Burgess is now driving an elderly accountant. But there's no loss in speed as they approach the final bend. Well, I've seen it all now.
You idiot, Gosling. We had it in the palm of our hands.
I couldn't help it. My shoe fell off. I'm not used to running at 200 miles an hour. I'm an elderly accountant, not a racing car. And anyway, I'm not cut out for this.
Why not?
Well, I don't like having Durex written all over my back.
Hi, kids. You're tuned into Radio WC, where the hits hit the fan. Now, remember back in 1962, when the biggest selling single of the year was Baby, I've Gone by Dean Wilson? Well, big future was predicted for Dean, but then he disappeared from the public eye. The Dean Wilson fan club split up, and soon he was totally forgotten. But last week, Dean exploded back onto the pop scene when he released a new single called Baby, I've Come Back Again, actually. And he's here with me now in the studio. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Dean, why the 27-year gap?
I got stuck in a phone box.
What, for 27 years?
No, that was in 1963. In 1964, I was waiting for a washing machine to be delivered. And in 1965, I had very bad feet indeed. In 1966,
So you didn't deliberately become a has-been?
Well, I would have made a comeback in the 70s, but I couldn't find a clean pair of trousers.
So, now you've just released your second ever single.
That's right. Over the years, a musical frustration built up within me, and this single represents a culmination of pain, suffering, torture, and human degradation.
Terrific! Well, let's hear it.
Well, I'd sooner play the B-side if it's all the same to you. It's 17 seconds shorter, and I've got to pick my shoes up from Mrs. Walsh's.
Dogs are great to be with. Dogs are really good fun. You can put them on a lead and take them for a walk, or let them off and take them for a run. You can call them Rusty and Rover and shower their heads with pats. So why in the world do normal people insist on keeping cats? Cats, what a bloody nuisance we all could do without. You never get a cat to sit when you want it to, however loud you shout. In a perfect world, we'd be nuclear free, and love of cats would be sparse. 'Cause dogs are a man's best friend, and cats are a pain in the grass. Well, dogs will come and greet you at the end of your working day, but the cat's got its claws in the chair, of course, or it's pooing in the baking tray. Dogs will fit your paper after it's pushed through the door. So what in the world do people want these filthy felines for? Cats, what a bloody nuisance, don't ever let one in. Their fur is designed to come off in your hand, their claws to tear right through your skin. In a perfect world, there'd be mankind there, his dog and a sparrow or two. And cats would wander freely in the confines of a zoo. Cats! Whew! What are they good for? Absolutely nothing. Not all pets are perfect, we would all agree. But cats belong on the West End stage, but not near you and me. They say they are hygienic, that's not exactly right. When a tomcat sprays, it lasts for days, they do it out of spite. Cats, what a bloody nuisance, what purpose do they serve? Should hunger occur, they're pretty quick to purr, they've really got a nerve. In a perfect world, there'd be a herpes cure, which would be very good news for me indeed. And there'd be no repeats of Top Cat and more dogs on TV. Yes, in a perfect world, there'd be no war, and wages would be index-linked. And there'd be council Yorkshire Terriers, and cats would be extinct.
And now, the shortest sketch the Big Fun Show has ever attempted.
Hello, darling. I'm afraid I did something rather silly this morning.
What is that?
I paid over £8,000 for a packet of tea bags.
that was the short version of that sketch. But a longer version does exist.
Hello, darling. I'm afraid I did something rather silly this morning.
Not now, darling. I want to see what's on television.
The name's Pudding. Billy Pudding. I'm a private detective. My office is on the 5th floor of a 4-story building. I've never been able to figure that one out. Late one night, round about midnight, I was sitting in a cafe. Something was wrong. There was 2 of us in the joint, but one of us was dead. It didn't take me long to figure out which one. It was Fatima. At first glance, it looked like she'd been poisoned. When I looked again, I realized she'd been harpooned and hung from the electric light. When the cops arrived, I decided to act smart and play dumb. I acted pretty good. They put me in a mental hospital. Then one night I made my escape. I disguised myself as a wasp and flew back to town. I was looking for a big, tough guy called Moose. He'd once been something pretty big in Hollywood. He'd been the bus station. He was a mean, tough guy. The kind of guy who'd keep his cocoa warm by burning down an orphanage. Then I ran into some luck. All of it bad. This cop wanted to see my driving license, and I was still disguised as a wasp. He popped me into a jam jar, and we drove back to the station. I was beaten about the wings by the insecticide squad until the inside of my head felt like Madison Square Gardens with 2 prize heavyweights knocking 7 bells out of each other, and me with a ringside ticket. Finally, they let me go on a technicality. I was dead.
What were you saying, darling?
I paid over £8,000 for a packet of tea bags.
It's us again.
Hello, I'm Timmy.
Yes, hello, and I'm Tony.
Yes, and we are
together.
Hello, yes.
Together.
And
Hello,
he's
I'm
Tony. Hello.
Together, and together the 2 of us are
Timmy. And now he's Timmy twins.
Yes, hello.
I'm Timmy. Hello.
Timmy and Tony. And today,
yes, hello.
And today we're going to take a humorous
look.
Hello. Humorous. Hello.
Yes,
a humorous
I'm
look.
Timmy. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Today we're going to take a humorous look at explosives.
Yes, explosives. Now the humorous thing about explosives.
Chief Inspector Gregg? Oh, good morning, sir. Yes, we do have a constable under that name stationed here. He did what? I can't believe it. I will, sir. Right away. Send in Police Constable Fan Club at the double.
Welcome to my world.
Thank you for your applause. There's nothing I like more than a warm hand upon my entrance. Well, Chief Inspector, you're looking very perky.
Perky? I'll give you perky.
You'll have to join the queue.
I've just had a phone call from the Home Office.
Well, they never phoned me.
It's only the latest in a constant stream of reports concerning your unseemly and flamboyant behaviour.
Quelle surprise.
On January the 16th last, you were observed patrolling the shopping arcade in a manner likely to cause a breach of the peace.
Pardon me for living.
You minced up to an innocent bystander and arrested him for poor colour coordination.
Well, it was an outrage. Red and green should never be seen. He was a menace on the streets, Inspector. Corduroy and cheesecloth, I ask you. I had to lock him up for his own safety.
Constable Fan Club, you're the one who should be locked up. You don't seem to be like the other men.
What, you mean I'm reluctant to whip out my two-way receiver?
Yes, why is that?
Well, I didn't want to frighten the horses.
And what's all this about you starting up a shiny helmet club?
Why, did you want to join?
No, I do not want to join. Now pull yourself together and act like a man.
I'm sorry I don't do impressions. But what have I done wrong? I'm just a bobby on the beat.
And does the average bobby on the average beat go about his business with Diamante handcuffs swinging from his wrists?
They would if I had anything to do with it.
Constable Fan Club, I want your uniform.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just not that kind of policeman.
You're not any kind of policeman now. You're defrocked, excommunicated, dismissed. I want your card with "I am a policeman" written on it.
Who's going to run the Shiny Helmet Club? I just had membership cards printed.
Get out, Fan Club, before I do something I'll regret. Well, who would have thought it? You and me, Fan Club, alone on a tropical island.
I know some of the boys at the station found it hard to swallow.
I'm up on my knees, I go.
Shut up!
3 weeks ago, I was a happily married chief inspector with 3 kids. Look at me now, lying on the beach wearing a grass skirt and a policeman's tunic.
Try and get some sleep. Remember, we've got a night out tonight at the Loverboys Mincerama Disco. We want you looking your best. Do you know something, Inspector? I feel a song in my heart and a yodel in my throat. L-O-R-E, just you and me. You catch my drift?
Oh, yes.
And all those fishermen in the bay. You see them?
I can.
Ooh, just me and you. They can fish me out of the deep end any day. I thank you.
All right, Finney. Have you checked everything?
Yes, sir. I have enough Deutschmarks to last me 3 weeks. I have a rail ticket to Leipzig and a false passport in the name of Gunther Schmidt.
Do you think you can carry it off?
Yes, sir. The German Guards uniform is so authentic, I'm going to march out of here and straight through the main gates.
Well, good luck, Finney.
Goodbye, Major. Or should I say, Auf Wiedersehen. My papers, Herr Commandant.
I think you make a big mistake, Captain.
That was the Big Fun Show, written and presented by me, Paul Merton.
And me, John Irwin. Also starring Josie Lawrence, Neil Mullarkey and Tony Hawks, and featuring Julian Clary as Romeo Copper, PC Fan Club.
The song was by Tony Hawks, additional material by the cast, and the producer was David Tyler. Big Fun!
And that was the last Big Fun Show. Next week at 10:30, it's the very first episode of the £1 Million Radio Show with Andy Hamilton and Nick Revell.